been a minute. It's been a minute. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, man. It feel good to be back, boy. I tell you, it feel good to be back. Ooh, get this music together. There we go. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Oh, boy. Feel groggy. A little groggy. Oh, man. We are back. We are back. The after hour. After the after hour. Got a couple cool little topics to talk about. You know, I don't like to talk about stuff unless I feel like it has some value, some importance to it. So every now and then I like to poke fun at people, but you know, I try to give y'all something worthwhile while I'm sitting here. You looking at me, I'm looking at you, you looking at me, I'm looking at you, all that good stuff. So y'all probably just got in the house from the club, you know, so it's late. But like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know. Y'all know how that go. Help me take care of the YouTube police, or as I like to call them, job and family services. Just like they be in your business. Who in the house, who make what money, and color drawers you got on. What brand bologna you buy. Same here. YouTube the same way. They want to know everything. What you recording with? Who recording with you? Who you talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? Them likes, some comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff. It helps out. And it's for the free ski. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple topics to cover. Pull this music down a little bit. Let's dive on into it.
Kendrick Lamar's people are 3 moves ahead, and I want you 3 moves ahead with them. Let me walk.
Now, explain to you why we checking this out. Shout out to Fame Feed. My algorithm is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's been properly together. It's been properly together. I wonder if they got something to do with me. I've been like clicking the do not suggest little tab or whatever. My algorithm been getting a little bit better. But I found this. It came across my retinas, and it got me to thinking, like, maybe we've been looking at, maybe we been extremely surface level with this Kendrick Lamar thing. Extremely surface level. Maybe it's way deeper than what any of us are talking about. So I know y'all smoke, I know y'all drinking, you know what I'm saying? If you around this time, you probably just got back in the house. So go on, roll up what you got left in that bag. Ain't no sense of saving that little bit of that bottle. You have to go on and knock it out. You made it home. You probably should have been driving on the way home anyway. But you chose to deal with them people who give out them tickets to get home to check me out. So go on and get yourself together. If you brought some company home with you, you can still play this in the background while y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? We not holding nobody up. You know what I'm saying? You can spin back by, or when you stop to take that water break, take a minute while you sipping on the water. You going to get baby girl some juice or whatever. Check the show out. But let's get back to it.
Walk you through the 5 known floors first, so you understand the size of the room we are standing in, and so the 6th floor lands with the weight it deserves. Floor 1 is the label imprint, the piece everybody sees. P.G. Lang's Signs artists. Amani Amari's Papercut debut project rolled out globally inside a 12-hour window with no radio push, no teaser cycle, no press tour, and no cooperation from the traditional gatekeepers.
Now think about that. Bit by bit, right? This next couple of parts, I'm gonna have to let it rock for a minute. I don't want y'all to think I'm just not saying nothing. But sometimes when you chop it up, you constantly stopping stuff, people can't take in what you're really trying to relate to them. So, just this piece. When Amani came out, a lot of us asked like, yo, I found it refreshing. I found it a dope thing. Just throw the music out, see what happens. You are a new artist. Well, new to the mainstream world, right? Throw it out there. Just throw it out there, see what happens. And I can't speak for y'all, but she sounded pretty good. Pretty good.
That is floor 1. Floor 2 is the management arm. Kendrick Lamar himself sits at the center of it, and multiple industry sources put the surrounding roster somewhere between 8 and 12 names that have never had their affiliation publicly confirmed. Floor 3 is the creative agency. That is where the NBA Players Association campaign was born. That is where the film work with Trey Parker and Matt Stone got quietly incubated over dinners nobody photographed. That is the arm that never posts because it doesn't need to. Floor 4 is the touring and live division. The Grand National Tour closed out at $369.6 million, and the Seattle date on its own cleared $15.373 million in a single night. Floor 5 is what people inside the walls have started calling the Vault. GNX era unreleased material, session tapes, cutting room floor verses, and what more than one insider is describing to me privately as the largest privately held stockpile of unreleased hip-hop music in the modern era.
Think about that. What is that worth? What is that worth? Not snippets, fully done, completed, unreleased tracks. Like we all at one point or another talked about the 5 battle tracks that maybe didn't get released, or maybe they got turned into something else and ended up on GNX. None of us really know. But we all heard of the unreleased battle tracks, right? Nobody ever talked about there could be unreleased GNX tracks. You know what I'm saying? There was that speculation, that rumor of maybe we gonna get a GNX deluxe album, which would add, 3, 4, maybe 5 more tracks to what was already released. I'm glad we didn't get that. That was the one thing I didn't want. What would that be worth? This is probably music that could be released and hit the charts right now. Right now. Especially because part of the mastery of Kendrick is that he allows people, he forces people to miss him. If you don't know what that do, fellas, we're going to think about it this way. Ladies, you can think of the same way. When you having that itch that needs to be scratched. You had that one mainstay, you ain't had it for a while. And if I get a little bit of that, fellas, y'all know, I can get a little piece of baby girl, boy, I'll be all right. Boy, I'll be all right. You finally get it, and it's like heaven. Oh my God, where you? Oh my, I'm about to. Ooh, y'all know when you miss that. That you know. Same thing with music. It finally hit your. I ain't heard no Kendrick in a while. Like we don't even get flooded with Kendrick features on other people's music. You might get one here, but you don't, in his quote unquote off years where he ain't really putting out an album or a piece of work. We don't have a year with 6, 7 features throughout the year, 6, 7, 8 features throughout the year. That's just part of making people miss you, is not only you not releasing your own music, but being very limited on as far as the music that you do with others that they're going to release before you release the project that you're probably working on or properly timing to be released, stuff like that.
5 floors. That alone is unprecedented. That alone is why every credible industry analyst has already pushed the valuation of this company past the $500 million line. And I'm telling you tonight, there is a 6th floor. And the 6th floor is not a floor. The 6th floor is the foundation slab for a completely different building, being poured while everybody else is still arguing about the roof of the current one. And here's where the story stops being interesting and starts being terrifying for a very specific room full of executives in Manhattan. Because this was not a spontaneous filing. This was not a random trademark somebody threw in the mail. This was choreographed months in advance, and the timing gives it up. The trademark filings landed in the exact same window as the paper cut rollout. They landed in the exact same window as the Grand National Tour ramp. They landed in the exact same window that Universal Music Group was, per multiple sources familiar with the negotiation, quietly renegotiating Kendrick Lamar's royalty rate upward on Not Like Us in the aftermath of the dismissed Drake lawsuit.
You think Drake could know that? You think that's part of Drake's argument? Maybe, I'm not going to be naive and not think that Drake knows some things behind the scene that maybe the rest of us don't know. He can't be in the industry that long and not know some shit. But maybe he caught wind. Maybe somebody said something. People talk. People talk. So maybe somebody told him a little bit of this, that, and the third. Hey, it bumped up Kendrick's points on that Not Like Us. And he like, what? Wait a minute. They bumped up his points on. Oh, they had something to do with this shit. They sent old boy to come get me. Could that be it? Little birdies whispering, little owls hooing, little owls out there hooing. Kendrick's got a couple extra little points on that Not Like Us, my boy. The fuck you mean? Maybe he that's why his feathers are ruffled.
Which means at the exact moment Kendrick Lamar was pulling more money out of the major label system than any rapper of his generation has ever pulled, he was simultaneously funding the infrastructure that would allow him to never, ever need that system again. That is not artistry. That is not making music. That is corporate ninjutsu at a level the hip-hop industry has never watched the rapper execute in real time. And here is the piece that should keep the C-suites at Universal, at Sony, at Warner up at night with the lights on. These trademark filings are not defensive. Defensive filings are what you see when a rapper trademarks their own name so nobody can slap it on a bootleg t-shirt in a mall kiosk. What Dave Free filed for reads like a company preparing to run a full-service, vertically integrated, independent media platform that could, hypothetically and legally, host its own catalog on its own servers under its own terms with its own royalty splits on its own release cadence. That is a Trojan horse the industry did not see coming because Kendrick Lamar's team never made a single announcement while they were rolling it inside the gates. Let me connect 3 dots for you, and I want you to draw the line yourself. Dot number
Real quick, because I want to make sure everybody know what he's trying to say. For those who don't understand the definition of vertically integrate. Vertical integration is a business strategy where a company owns or controls multiple stages of its supply chain. Long story short, they're going to have to be a singular entity that can do it all themselves. In-house. Everything. From A to Z. PG Lang won't need anybody for anything. No promotion, advertisement, nothing. They will be the end all be all on all projects in-house. So no act will ever need to do a distribution deal over here or another deal over here. One deal, PG Lang, we take care of everything. Wow. That's power. That's power. That's building yourself for power. I don't need anybody else. I can do everything right here. Everything. To put yourself in a position to be able to say, fuck you, Universal. Fuck everybody. We good over here. Don't need no help over here. Chestnut checkers.
For one, PG Lang is already producing film content through Paramount, and the film with Trey Parker and Matt Stone has been strategically delayed to align with the tour ramp and an awards run. Dot number 2, PG Lang is already producing music and distributing it globally.
Y'all caught that, right? If there was to time that, because everything is timing. I believe Kendrick believes in timing above all. If it's all about timing, what tour are you timing it with? Are you going to time it with a Kendrick tour? Are you going to time it with a Baby Keem tour? Amani ain't put out that project that has that official PG Lang type push. You know what I'm saying? Where you know they got the horses strapped in and ready to go. I don't think they even doing 100% push on Keem. They letting Keem get back into his own groove. I think his next project, we gonna see the full effect of what PG Lang is about. Period. We gonna see the full hump from the full force of PG Lang on his next project. Right now, under PG Lang, Kendrick is the biggest horse. He's the it factor until he either builds Baby Keem up bigger or Amani gets that official polish and push. Or whoever else is over there. So when will we get some more Kendrick? That's all that does. That just makes me ask, like, if everything is as calculated as Kendrick said it is, or it seems to appear to show that he cares about timing. I mean, we passed the middle of the summer. I mean, in all honesty, do I see Kendrick caring about holding down the back end of summer? Not really. It got me thinking we might not get no Kendrick now until at the earliest late September. I really think October. October. I feel like y'all could put together the reasons why. We might talk about it, we might not. Let's go.
Globally within a 12-hour window with zero major label infrastructure in the middle. Dot number 3. PG Lang has now filed for trademarks in the streaming platform category. Draw the line between those 3 points and tell me what building shows up on the blueprint. That is a self-contained media empire. That is Disney in 1955. That is Netflix in 2007. That is Apple in 2001. That is every single one of those pivot moments right before a legacy industry got walked into a wood chipper by a company that had quietly, with no press release and no cover story, been assembling the infrastructure to replace it. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is writing about this in the mainstream trade press, because the mainstream trade press is still consumed with printing first-week Iceman numbers for Drake and pretending the story of the year is a chart position. Let me talk about Dave Free for a minute, because Dave Free is the reason the 6th floor is even possible. Everybody in this culture keeps calling Dave Free the guy in the shadows, the operations mind, the co-founder, the quiet one, the fixer. What Dave Free actually is, in plain English, is a full-service corporate architect who happened to grow up next to one of the greatest lyricists of the modern era. His fingerprints are on everything. Dave Free is why the Not Like Us music video was directed the exact way it was directed. Dave Free is why the halftime show was structured the exact way it was structured. Dave Free is why Papercut hit the world in 12 hours instead of a 12-month press cycle.
Do y'all think because of Kendrick's greatness, right? Do y'all think we give Kendrick too much credit for stuff and thus giving Dave Free too little? Like I don't think we know enough about Dave Free as a man or as a business entity to say one way or another. But I can kind of see how maybe I can only speak for me. I've gone about giving Kendrick's mastery so much credit to where, if I'm being honest, I always thought of Dave Free as just like the homie that was around. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give Dave Free's business mind enough credit. And I suspect I'm not the only one. Somebody has to keep their eye on the business when Kendrick is locked in on the art. I suspect Kendrick's not doing everything at all times. Somebody has to keep the trains on time, as we like to say around here, while Kendrick is being what is currently making him great. He can't I don't think you can put focus into the business part to the degree where it takes away from the music part, because it's the music part that you're showing your greatness. So maybe we all need to step back and really take a better look at Dave Free. Maybe that's something I need to do. Take a better look at Dave Free. He might be, I don't know, what's greater than right hand man? Because your right hand man is that dude. That's that cat. I don't know. I got to come up with something, because over time, the more I heard about Dave Free, it just seemed like I just been drastically underplaying what he does. You know what I'm saying?
And I am telling you, with everything I know about how filings like this actually get organized inside a legal team, Dave Free is going to be the name on the signature line when the next public announcement drops. Because here is the piece that
See what I'm saying? You gotta matter. Gotta matter to be on official paperwork. Gotta matter to be on official paperwork. To be signing on a dotted line in deals that's worth millions of dollars. That's not somebody that you feel that you don't really feel that position or that role with somebody who's just a homie. You definitely got to be bigger than that.
even the smart people in the culture have not fully absorbed. Dave Free is not building a music career. Dave Free is building an institution, and the institution has Kendrick Lamar as its flagship, but Kendrick Lamar is not the ceiling of this thing. Kendrick Lamar is the front door. Now the valuation math. If you take the 5 floors we already knew about and price them the...
What do you think he means by that? Kendrick Lamar is the door. I mean, well, a door is an entry point, right? So like it made sense. He didn't say key, so I'm like, he can't be the key. So the door is the entry point. So is Kendrick Lamar just the beginning of everything that's being built up from there? Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking.
way a normal media analyst would, the number lands somewhere around $500 million. If you had the 6th floor and you assign it even a modest valuation based on how the market has priced comparable independent media platform plays over the last 5 years, you are looking at a number that could triple that valuation inside a 36-month window. And that number does not include the GNX vault. That number does
Triple?
not include the equity in the ongoing Paramount film. That number does not include the touring revenue baked into the current cycle. That number does not include the merchandising trademarks I just walked you through. So the next time you see a headline 6 months from now saying PG Lang crossed the $1 billion mark, remember you heard it here first. And remember the paperwork was already in the file cabinet long before the headline ever showed up.
What happened with
Get the... And that's why I posed this question. Because something else I also wonder is what has Drake done with OVO sound? What's major from OVO sound? It don't seem like Drake is doing anything with it. Excuse me. I apologize to y'all. I said the name I wasn't supposed to say. My bad. But what's RB doing over there? How many great acts have come from OVO sounds? Nothing worth writing home about. Kendrick seems to be just now starting his cycle of we seeing for definite signs of leaning into the business side of things, especially with Amani now and Baby Keem outside. The tour looked amazing. Oof. What is it gonna look like in like a year? Like a year. If all this timing goes as planned, and we end up with, let's say, another Baby Keem project, let's say Dot put something out. We'll say Amani does 1 or 2 prominent features. I think it's too early to just say push out that actual "We Behind You" type album. I think that's going to maybe take a minute. I don't know. Just because she just got here. Like, she just got there. Kendrick puts out that movie. I'm saying he's supposed to be doing, some work with the Olympics allegedly. So you throw that into the fold. That behind the scenes work, as far as whether it's just setting up music or performances. They had it before the Olympics performances and all that. So who knows what this all encompasses. It might be Olympic video commercials. He might be responsible for that. We don't. That's the thing. We don't know, because he what they do over there is so vast, and it's definitely intentional. That it's like a limitless company. Like, where are they limited at? In every aspect of promoting something, be it an event like the Olympics or an act like Baby King. They can, I know this is a bad number in the music world, 360 all the way around, all encompassing. They do it all. They can do it all. We don't have to go get no other opinions, signatures, go beg for money, and have to worry about the split on the back. We don't have to do none of that. We good right here. We can plan out, we can map out every step, the entire vision, instead of having to, give a little bit in some areas because, hey, money don't come free. When you get the industry and stuff, they tend to take away from the artistry and shit. So we could be watching like the Super Saiyan version of Death Row, but without the chaos. Think about how, as chaotic as Death Row was, think about how dominant they were. Death Row was dominant. Picture that level of dominance, but able to do even more. That was just music. Think about adding movies and advertisement and merch and tours and everything planned, built, and executed in-house. We talking like minimalistically outsourcing things, maybe one or two things, instead of one whole part, and they have to outsource themselves to something that's like a chain of bull that leads to the artist losing money. So, wow. Let's switch up to some sports real quick, though, because I want to show y'all something. I'm about to show you a perfect example of somebody playing themselves. Playing themselves when they didn't have to. Let's get to it.
What's going on, man? We gotta know. I gotta put my journalism hat on, man. Okay. I gotta get the scoop. What happened to the show? I wasn't on probation. Okay. Okay.
It was just like court was happening. I just walked out. I gotta take this shit.
The house arrest.
No, they tried to. I just walked out. Okay. Right? You know what I mean? Like when you already know the result, I just walk out. Man, I already talked to the judge.
Okay.
He said nothing was gonna happen, man. I gotta listen to this shit.
Those who are unaware, I know everybody don't pay attention to the sports world, but this is the perfect time to pay attention to it, because Gilbert Arenas, definitely a better podcaster than the player, in my opinion, but built himself a titan of a basketball podcast. So much so, I paid attention to it. I don't really watch sports podcasts like that. I'll listen to a couple of like through my phone, but to sit and watch it. Former players, none of the overthinking, overanalyzing journalists or so-called journalists or hot take media people who do all them little shows took part. This was player driven, player built. He built that sucker up to something that was an underdog or wonder dog or whatever the little sports little get down. Came a partner or whatever. It went left. So this is him explaining what's going on with that because somebody played it. So.
You know what I mean? I already paid my money, so I ain't got to listen to none of this up in here. Right? So what happened was this. When that case happened, okay, right? When the case happened, we got a new...
Before he keep going, because he ain't really talk about it, but for those who don't know, he got caught up in like, there was some kind of like federal case or something like that, where tied to gambling. Yeah, we found out the mob still exists because they was somehow tied to it or whatever. Yeah, some gambling shit. Well, typical athlete shit.
New dude that was responsible for what was going on, and it was basically my contract was coming up. Yeah. So it was basically we're gonna negotiate you. We're gonna negotiate while you on the floor. Yeah. Right. So it was basically it seemed like just a takeover. Oh, yeah. So we started off number one basketball show, right? Live show on the internet. We go from 4 days, thinking we're about to get 5 days, go to 2 days. Right. So it was basically this big standoff. So it's like, all right, this is how y'all want to play. And it was like, yeah, you know, this is part of negotiation. And I was like, you don't want to negotiate with a dude like me. I'm an athlete. This is what I do. Yeah. I like this type of back and forth. So I thought we was family. If you're going to let the dude come in, I know how this is going to end. He's not smart enough in this tactical realm to go against me. Because if they fire me, I get all my Gilbert Arenas rights. Because once we're done, I get my Gilbert Arenas rights, and I didn't want to wait till June 31st. Right? So I wanted you to do it in May. And then because once May came and you did it, y'all fired. Yeah, all y'all fired the day after.
You went to them earlier?
Who?
Did you go to them early and say that you was ready to be done? Underdog?
No. See, this was an underdog.
Oh.
This was that dude.
Oh, that they bought in.
The dude that just came in. So because he wanted to negotiate, I negotiated the way I negotiate. Who you negotiating with it? I go straight to them. Hey, listen, when I end, I have the rights to Gilbert Arenas. So what you want to do? Well, we're going to go with you. All right, bet. And I said, hey, just keep negotiating with him. I need to see who he really is. I want to see who the cast is when they think I'm out.
My enemy's enemy.
Yeah, so I just...
And his downfall turned out to be his win. He got to see who... Something I think a lot of us do is we could test in life. He got to find out who's solid and who not. He got to see who's solid or not. Before I build this back up bigger and better, let me see. Before I really get to who worth. You see, boy, McCann couldn't fail that test fast enough. Damn.
I just sat back with all the razors in my pocket, just sitting there. Oh, you want to keep shouting them out, huh? Oh, hey, you keep shouting out wait, hold on. Like, you going to keep shouting, like, I don't mind the underdog. Me and the underdog are cool. You keep shouting out that name. That name is an enemy. And I told you he's an enemy. And you're going to keep shouting him out, not realizing you go there, you're dead, because he dead.
And then you're talking about, I want to, name specific names. Talk about...
Cemetery Larry in the cemetery.
Okay.
Cemetery Larry, I like that. I got his raise right in the pocket. Now I got to give it to somebody else. Now I got to give everything he worked for, I got to give it to somebody else because the person he went with, he dead. He got...
How you unalive yourself like that? You done rode with Gil this long. This other entity come in. We rocking with them, interjected into what we got going on for now. Then we get this back. I get this back, and we gonna do. How you not see the play? I'm sorry. How you not see the play? I don't get it. You been rocking with. That's for one. I thought that was his man's. Like, I thought that was his man. So you know, you ride with your man's. Like, man, all right. Did he not? Maybe he did. Did he not know to play? Like, oh, we got something we gonna do on the back end once we done with this, or did he see this as an opportunity to go get his own? Hey, they done got the top dog up out of there. Gil was already up out of there. This is my opportunity to get my own. Maybe he was just running his own play. I'm trying to figure this out. I ain't never, it's a reason I'm showing you this. This is important because so often we talk about us. This is building our own. They built it. They built it. They already won. They already won. So in the beginning, I didn't even understand that the bringing in of, you know what, let me change that. I understood why you were bringing in a sports betting company because that's an infusion into the show. We all get to get some extra bread. Then we get it back after their little boost to do what we want. What we gonna get back to doing our own thing. Or we can re-up with a deal that's more favorable for all of us or whatever it is. It's like, you don't go against your right-hand man regardless.
Damn. He in the grave. He next to you. Y'all both buried in the same place.
I knew I would like you. I knew I would like, cause you petty as hell. This is good.
Petty as hell.
Yeah, this is good.
If everybody think you out, right? You really got to see who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're telling me, oh yeah, if you don't want to negotiate, don't come to work. I wasn't planning to come to work anyway, goddammit. I'm building a new studio back at the crib.
Okay. Now August, the plan to bring Gilbert Arenas back independently. I know you spoke about that. Is that still a go?
See, it was going to be August because I wanted to jump them.
Right.
Right? Because they was going to come back like September, October. So I wanted to start in when they was on vacation to take the time slot from them.
Okay.
Because they're not going to want to compete. Now they fired. Like, damn. So, you know what I mean? Like, they fired. You know what I mean?
So nobody from Gilbert Arenas coming back?
I'm going to tell you something I noticed over time with Gil. He's one of those dudes who he don't wallow in bad because he don't take shit serious. That's his personality. This is how he deal with life as a whole. He don't take shit seriously. This was like a little bump in the road for him. This was nothing. He clearly was already ready with the next play. The issue in this story is Cemetery Larry, who was supposed to be your right-hand man. You seen how they did what they did with your mans. Why would you not hold the company lines? Like, I'm not about to get locked in with you after I just seen what you did with my mans. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do to keep the trains on time because I know my man got something for your ass. Pause. Once this shit wrapped up. That was the play. That was what he was supposed to do. The more I hear about this, the more I could only surmise that man wanted his own plate. He wanted his own thing. He messed up a good thing, bro. Because he had a perfect role. Whether that's his real personality or not, I'm suspecting it ain't. I'll just leave that at that. He was the antagonist. He played the role wonderfully, if we're gonna call it a role. I don't know what McCann gonna do now, because if the NBA is like a fraternity, players rocking with players or whatever, and they see you, why would I want to? I'm just thinking out loud, right? Why would I want to do business with you? You tried to backdoor your own mans. I'm gonna let you get around me and what I got building for you to backdoor me. I would have to be some type of goofy. I would have to be some type of goofy to let you run that play on me. You just tried to run it on him. Crazy. This is why we can't. This is why I feel that we can't have nothing. You just helped build what I thought was gonna be the next great sports show empire. Like how First Take turned into this big Megatron of a show. I thought Gil's Arena could not only be that, but beat that. Easy. Because it's what we always wanted, the players to talk. Not the dude who was on his team all the way up to high school, never started. When he went to college, it was a D3 school. He never scored more than 8 points a season. He only got like 10 minutes a game. Like, no. I want to talk. We wanted to hear from the cats that went through the battles. You could directly tell me how you shut down a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant or a Hakeem Olajuwon, or because some of the old head players is coming out with their own shows, which is dope because now you getting that late 80s, early 90s NBA perspective. They're all different type of perspectives, depending on the genre, because the game shifted. It went from the big man, you need a dominant 5 or a dominant 4, to you need your point guard to be the guy, or you need your shooting guard to really be elite. Like the 3-point line becoming the standard of the game versus, middies. You know what I'm saying?
Just you?
I don't know, man. Josiah.
Okay. Shout out Josiah.
Josiah, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? That's my guy.
I ain't know that nigga was that tall, bro.
Yeah, he's played UCLA.
I mean, I knew that. I ain't know he was that tall.
Shout out to Josiah. He left the right way.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, I had the contract since January,
Right.
and I was recruiting,
Right.
because I thought it was gonna last, because their contract is in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that they would be held all the way to September. So I was like, all right, let me get my people.
Okay.
I saved some of the staff members that got fired from the new dudes.
Right. But the actual rotating cast, like everybody's going, Kenyon,
Yeah, they all got
Nick,
fired.
Rashad.
Shit.
Okay.
Definitely Rashad.
Okay.
Parted ways or got fired? That's different.
They got fired. Like, I just stayed home, hoping I would get fired. So they had to stop the show that day.
Oh, they
And
got
then-
fired from the company.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
from
Yeah,
not from Gil.
I'm hoping you bring
Sorry,
back
clear that
Spiky
up.
Peter.
No.
Bring
I didn't fire. They left me.
And then they got fired.
Then they got fired from the company. Yeah.
So you're not gonna-
when your girl cheat on you,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
And then
what?
Yeah, when your girl cheat on you, and you're like, damn, and she go with the other dude, and then the other dude got a wife. And then, oh, I'm sorry, baby. You know what I mean?
Damn. I've seen it happen before. Baby girl had a hard time. Guess it should be probably the part where I said like, comment, subscribe. We 50 minutes in and I ain't even said it yet. I'll be sparing y'all. I don't be wanting to be saying it because it's retarded. But when you say that like kind of prescribe thing, shit light up so y'all can see it. Maybe y'all click it. Hopefully y'all do click it. If y'all don't, that's cool. We'll get there. What would y'all have done in that situation? You know what I'm saying? You built a show with somebody over a number of years to where it's the sports show. Period. There was not one better. Whether it's on the internet or on TV, not one better. And then another party comes in, makes some subtle changes, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. Eventually, one of those changes being removing the original architect of said show, your right-hand man. How do you play that? You tell me how you would play that in that instance. Let's finish this out.
Just stuck with the egg on their face, you know what I mean? That's what that is.
I ain't fucking with you, man. I ain't fucking with you, Jay.
Nah, man, you know what I mean? I know they still had to do their job, but like, I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
Was there anything specifically, you said Rashad specifically, was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He kept shouting out the dude's name that was tanking our show.
Cemetery lyric.
Yeah, like, the dude didn't do nothing for you, dog. Your deal was done before he got here. First of all, real talk, he tried to fire you at the beginning of the season.
So you right. Think about it. Think about it now. This is the ultimate case of what the fuck. So you was riding for somebody who was originally trying to get you up out of there. Again, you built this thing with the original architect of this. You got the visionary with you. You rocking with him. He making sure everybody good. Unless I'm wrong. Because that could be something too. Maybe Gil ain't keeping it P and making sure everybody was eating. But under the assumption that everybody was good, you got that in your back pocket. That's the ace. All you gotta do is stay tight to this motherfucker. I mean, your heart should beat that way anyway. That's supposed to be a part of your makeup. But you didn't side with a cat that, unless you didn't know, was trying to get you up out of there. Or did you find out he was trying to get you up out of there? You panicked and you acquiesced. Did you get right? Did you check yourself? I'm saying if he knew and still made this same type of play to where you shouting him out, you bigging him up, whoop, whoop, whoop. That looks like you chose to get your act together according to whatever issue that man may have had with you, which is crazy work for somebody who's supposed to be Cemetery Larry.
He tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. That's why they were trying to, like, Skip was getting paid for 4 days. He was only there 3. One was going to be our show. And that was to replace him because they both contrarian. They both go against it. But they said Skip does it better. He don't, because he don't drop the N-bomb every other hour. So they're looking for these sponsors. So they're trying to fire you. Me and Joe standing on 10 toes. Nah, we good. We're good with our roster. We're number 1 with our roster. Right? So what they did is like, all right, well, Joe and Gil ain't breaking. Hey, Rashad, you want to go to the football? Yeah, come on, football on Friday. Yeah, do a little football. So he gonna jump on the football. Then they're like, hey, can Skip come on the show with you? We can do that on Friday too. Then they do an episode with Skip on Friday, and he's like, oh man, me and Skip, and so they did that to him.
Right.
But I'm like, yo, dude never did anything. Why are you going with dude? I told you we had beef and we had war. He's trying to take over Gil's arena. So you giving him shout outs, 3 of them.
You heard that. He said he told, so he knew to play. Cemetery Larry knew to play. He just said, he told him. How you still do this? How you still make this bad of a move?
So I'm like, all right. I told you we beefing with him. So the fact that you, in your shout out, it ain't Underdog. Me and Underdog, we good. Jeremy, Nick, like Kate, those are beautiful people. They just hired a dude who was just a weed, right? And he kept shouting this dude out. And I was like, all right, okay, y'all got something going on. He done promised you something. I bet.
Gotcha. Okay. That's understandable, man. I get it. I get it.
Dirty business, boy.
Shit. Like me and Shad didn't have no problems. Like I didn't have no problem. Like what he did is what he did. It's just that, why you like him? Like, why are you picking him over us?
Y'all haven't spoken since?
Nah.
Okay.
Wow, man. Wow, bro. That money, boy, that money be tricking people up. How you run a counterplay to the cat that had to play and was running it the whole time? Let's Gil Cap. He said he told that man, look, this is what they trying to do. They want the whole daddy they sell. And they for sure don't want you here. And they don't want probably the rest of us either. Shout out to Gil. Shout out to Gil for building that. Having to play with for a minute by these folks. And then having the wherewithal to see the play and be ready for the bounce back. With some of those record labels that we be champion from way back when did the same thing. I think we would get a lot more quality of music. Man, that's crazy. I couldn't picture doing that. You can't go against the cat that made the show. I'm sorry, you can't. Especially if that's your man. That's your man's. All right. He did it once. Feel like he can do it again. This time we know where we went wrong. I mean, I don't see no way that you make this decision the way he did. Now, before we get out of here, though, I told a story. I'm gonna share this story with you. It's gonna be kind of like serve as a public service announcement, and then we're gonna get up out of here. So, I know somebody, right? Who had a situation where he gonna kill me, bro. He gonna want to fight me as soon as he see me. It's cool. Bro, I told you I wasn't gonna use your name, but I told you I was gonna tell the story. So, let me tell the story. All right, look. Got a homie. Or I know somebody. Whatever we gonna call it. Whatever we call it. Having a hell of a night, right? Outside, kicking and smoking, doing what we do. Found what he was looking for the night. You know what I'm saying? They laugh and telling lies to one another throughout the night. Get to that point in the night where it's time to slide. You know what I'm saying? We grown. What we around here for? Let's get to what we about to do. They make a night of it, right? They'll get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go down by the water, kick it for a little minute. Go back to bro spot. So he did what he do to get her together, you know what I'm saying? He went and had his desserts or whatnot, you know? So he feel like, oh yeah, she about to go and, you know what I'm saying, get him together. Now when she was about to though, something messed up the situation. And that's what we're gonna be here to talk about. To my big fellas, big homies, I need y'all to know something. Cause some of y'all need to be schooled on some different type of thing. It's a different level of take care you gotta have as a bigger man. You know what I'm saying? So for my fellow brothers who you know what I'm saying, you got a gut on you. You know what I'm saying? It goes over just a touch or two. Need you to understand that in the summertime, that creates an odor. You know what I'm saying? You want to take care of that. Because in instance when you want a beautiful young lady to facilitate some happiness for you, if you know, you know. You don't want that aroma from that overage there to permeate the young lady's nose in a way that's unpleasant. So I'm gonna tell you what you do. For one, I would suggest just investing in the body deodorant spray. You want a specific, unscented. Don't baby powder, all that other little. You too grown. You too big for that. Now, unscented. Get bam. That don't mean to not put on deodorant. Put on deodorant. Now, for those of you who choose to be on the cheap side of things, it's cool. You can't facilitate that because it is about $9.50. What you do is you take your deodorant. Just one good swipe. Again, unscented. Whatever rutabagas or roots or whatever pine, whatever people be wearing. Stop. Unscented. Bam. Got you. It's from me to you. From me to you. I personally use a Dove for Men 24-hour unscented like that. Perfect. Bam. And that one, so you know, has the matching spray. I'm not paid to say these things. I just want you to know because it's hot outside. And to get that story from my bro and that he don't get, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't reach that level of mental peace that he was trying to achieve because the whistle couldn't get blown the right way. You know? Just doing my part to help. I'm just doing my part to help. But I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Appreciate y'all coming to the after hour. After hour. It is late. If you're just now coming up for that glass of water or juice, congratulations, because it's over an hour. That's impressive. So hydrate. I mean, if you got time, thumbs up first, then hydrate. Miss Lady, she can rewind the show and y'all can catch me from the beginning. But the next time, I'm out.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.